What's up, everybody? It's your boy 45 back in another edition of the Hot Seat. Got another special guest with me today in the building. This dude did my first ever music video. He's done a lot of people's first music videos in the 956 and around the state of Texas. He's worked with some of the top artists in the state of Texas, whether you know him or not. Like I said again, this man is a wizard behind it with the film, with behind the camera. Welcome to the show, Geno Moolah.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, bro. Good to be here, brother.
So, man, what's been up, man, since the last time we talked, man? It's been a minute.
Bro, it's been a long time, bro. Geez, man, I just been working, bro, just grinding it out, expanding my portfolio. You know, it's a lot more than music videos now, bro. I've been doing all sorts of stuff from live event coverage, working with small businesses, doing like marketing, advertisement type stuff, bro. The work just keeps coming, bro. I've been blessed, dog.
That's what's up, man. So now let's talk a little bit about your journey for people, because like the last time I interviewed you, it was just back and forth, like a scribed interview. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first audio interview that we ever got a chance to do. So just tell a little bit people about the background of your journey. So how you get to this point.
Bro, you know what? I'd actually forgotten about that interview we did back and forth. There was like an email thing or something, right?
That's right. It was through email, bro. Like you were the third person to say, I said, hey, I need an interview. I said, I'm gonna send you the questions. He was like, bet. And we knocked it out, man. I'll never forget it.
That was like six years ago, maybe, bro. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir.
My journey, I wound up getting into doing the film video stuff because I always had this thing for it. Like I always liked doing it, or I had a fascination with it when I was a kid. You know, I just always loved like cinematic stuff. Like everybody likes to watch movies, you know, but I don't know. I just always had this extra kind of passion for it. And I remember when my parents had bought like a little camcorder for like, you know, family stuff, vacations or whatever. And when my cousins would come over, spend the night or whatever, we'd always like try to make like movies like Cops and Robbers, Cowboys, Indians, whatever, you know, kid stuff. But it was my passion for it was reinvigorated because I was doing the music thing down here, you know, like with Curly and them. And them dudes were already doing music videos. Like Curly was doing music videos with I think it was Buckshots down here. He was super dope, bro. He's really like he said a lot of the groundwork for the stuff that I did later. But they were doing that stuff, and that kind of like reawoke in my passion for it. And, you know, just being around all the artists and being around it more, I just said, you know what, let me give this a shot. You know, I've always had it in the back of my head. Let me give it a shot. I wanted to get into it, bro. Started shooting around for my fellow artists, you know, guys that I knew from the rap game, from the music game. And it was just one foot in front of the other, bro. And I just kept doing it, kept progressing, kept improving, kept investing. And I'm here now, bro.
Now, even though you were hands on, you did go to school for this, right?
Yeah. I still wound up going to school for it. I was trying to go back to school. I'm a veteran, so I had the GI Bill, and I didn't want her to be sitting around wasting. And I was trying to set a good example for my oldest daughter. You know, she was already like second or third grade, something like that. You know, and I wanted her to be able to see like, oh, my dad has, you know, my dad graduated from college, you know, has a degree. So I had tried to go to school a couple of times, bro. I had tried to do like business administration. I hated the business classes. I had tried doing a couple of writing, journalism. I mean. I couldn't do it, bro. Props to you for doing that because I couldn't do that shit. And I wound up finding out that they had a TV film program there because I stumbled by accident into the TV studio there at UTRGV. I didn't even know it was there. And when I walked in there, like my mind was blown, bro. It was crazy seeing like the lighting grid and the green screen and all the broadcast cameras. I fell in love. I was like, yo, I need to do this.
Bro, they got a radio. They had a radio station there too, man. Not to cut you off.
No, yeah, and I didn't know that one either, bro. Once I was in the TV program, somebody's like, "Hey, I don't know how to go get something from up there from Nick Taylor. You remember Nick Taylor?
Yeah,
I had to go get something from him, and I was like, "Yo, radio station, crazy." So, I wound up signing up, and I learned a lot there, bro. I was doing my own thing. I was like kind of learning by in Spanish we have this saying like you learn the chingazos like by bumping your head, like you just keep learning by making mistakes. that's kind of how I was doing it. And being there at school actually, taught me a bunch of stuff that I wasn't even looking into, and it forced me to round out my game, bro. I
And
couldn't
that was
just.
gonna be my question. I was gonna ask you that next. I was gonna ask you because people always say, "Oh, you need to go to school. You need to go to school." But in your particular case, like school actually like helped you fine tune your craft. And
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it. See, the thing with that program, I don't know if it's the same, but there was some classes that just forced you to do a bunch of different kind of projects in that semester. So one of them happened to be a music video. So like, of course, I got an A in the music video, but we had to do like some kind of like narrative skit. Remember that we shot at your old apartment?
mm-hmm.
We did like a
Yeah.
narrative skit. We had to do a comedy bit. We had to do some other stuff. There was just a bunch of different. It made you work on your full game. You know what I'm saying? Like it couldn't just be what I was doing. Like what I was doing was cool, but this made me into a real filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Got you. So, what advice would you give somebody, maybe either they're in high school or maybe a year removed from high school, and they say, you know what, I want to be a filmmaker? Well, which direction would you tell them to go? Would you tell them, hey, go ahead and be hands on, or would you tell them, hey, go to school and learn like I did?
Well, I have to say you need to. If there's any people out there that are listening that think about picking up a camera and shooting film or shooting photos or doing whatever, you just need to get out there and shoot. You just got to get out there and shoot some more. And then when you're done with that, go shoot some more. Because it's just the reps, bro. You got to get your reps up. So when I went to school, I already had gotten a lot of reps, bro. I have been shooting a lot of videos. I have been doing a lot of work, bro. I've been doing a lot of free work, a lot of cheap $50, $100 videos, Um, so when I got to school, those kids that were in that program were those kids that had already been doing like film in high school. Like they're part of like the TV film program in high school, but they didn't really have no reps under their belt. So when I got there, even though my style was not exactly like their cup of tea, my work was way better because I had so much experience doing it already. So if and those kids, I mean, I don't really know a lot of them that are in the game like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they've been doing film, by the time they graduated from college, they've probably been doing film for at least like 6 years. But I don't really see none of them in the game like that. I see a few of them. You know what I mean? So school is great, but it's not going to do it for you by itself.
Okay.
You got to get out there. You got to shoot. You got to get the work done. There's no other way around it, bro.
Now, what? Now you did, like you said in the beginning, that you do other. You're not just doing music videos anymore. So talk a little bit about what it's like doing branding for like companies and things like that. What is that experience like?
I mean, for me, I really enjoy it, bro. I've always had like this entrepreneurial spirit type of thing, Um, even when I was working with artists or when I was an artist, I was always big on like branding. You got to make your brand. Me and you have had those discussions a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work on your brand awareness. Let people know what your brand is. Take care of the brand. Build the brand. Just like a plant. So getting an opportunity to work with other business people or people that are building their brands, being able to bring my gifts to the table to help them build their brand has just been amazing, bro. Um, I love meeting with other people that are like minded. I like being around people that are hustlers, that are hungry, and the business people fit right in that alley, bro. So I've learned a lot from them. I've learned a lot about my business, even though maybe they don't do video work, you know. But I've learned a lot of the business world from them, and I learned a lot about hustle. And man, I love my business clients, man. They're amazing.
So from music videos to doing branding stuff, concepts for businesses, do you want to get into the film aspect? Maybe like either maybe a sitcom or maybe actually shoot like short films like you did while you were in school, or like full length films. Like, is there anything? Is that on your list of goals to do? Or
Man, yes, bro. Yes, it is. But um, throughout the past, since you've known me, like that I've been in this grind for like whatever 7, 8 years, whatever long I've been doing it.
Mhm.
Um, I've always just been like grinding it out to pay my bills. Grow my business and pay my bills. So I've always been doing work for other people. Basically, I'm building other people's brands with my work. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
I haven't had a lot of time to do like passion projects, and that's would be a passion project for me. I do have some little scripts that I want to bring to life, but it's hard to find the time to do those when I'm trying to chase a check. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So
Okay.
yes, it is. It's up there. I really want to do it. Every year comes around, and that's on my like purpose board for the year. I'm like, oh, I got to shoot some narrative films this year, and it just doesn't happen, bro.
Got you.
But we're gonna try to get it done this year, even though 2020 has been trash. We're gonna try to make it better with some films, bro.
Now, if you had like, let's just say, for instance, you had a budget of 150,000, right? You got a budget 150,000. What is the project that Geno Moolah is making? What are you gonna make?
Look, I have this film.
Without
This
giving away an idea, if it's like something that, if it's an idea that you have not seen yet, don't give it away on here.
No, no, no.
But
I'm
but
not giving over the details here. All right, but I have the script, and it's one of the first scripts that I wrote. I was one of my script writing classes in school, and you know what? It was with David Karen. Remember David Karen?
oh yeah, I still talk to that guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy,
I
man.
still
Very
send I
knowledgeable.
still I still send him my work, and he always gives me feedback. So yeah,
Yeah, super knowledgeable, man. I mean, he's got Hollywood credits under his belt, bro. You can't play with that dude.
fuck no, do work for like do wrote for Murder She Wrote, fucking
Star
diagnostic murder,
Trek.
Star Trek. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, the class was with him, and I mean, did you take that class?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So like
Script writing.
he makes you develop the script like over a long period of time and go over and over. So
Hmm.
anyway, I wrote a script there. It's kind of like a street script. At that time I was still like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, kind of. So like I have a lot of knowledge about that kind of stuff, and it's a street script. It's a, but it's a Mexicano story, bro. It's about like here. I wrote it based on people and experiences from here.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I know we all love the street movie, uh, the street money movies and all that, but there's not a lot of them that are like that tell the story of like Mexicans from here, from South Texas.
Hmm.
Even
I
like
agree.
the street movies that are Mexican, they're real like California'd out, you
Hmm.
know. And for those of y'all that don't know, like California Mexicans and Texas Mexicans aren't exactly the same
Nope,
flavor. You know what I'm saying? We're
not at
we're
all.
we're the same, but we're different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we got our own style over here, especially down here in the valley. We're so isolated from the rest of the world that we kind of got our own kind of one that going on down here. So I really want to bring this to life because I really want, something. I want to create something that people can identify with.
Got you, man.
You
I'm
know what I
glad
mean?
that you touched on that. So, being a Latino filmmaker, like who is some of your inspiration, like in filmmaking? Like, do you look up to any other Latino or Latina filmmakers that's out there?
The first one that comes to mind is Robert Rodriguez, the guy that did Desperado and all those movies.
Hmm.
He's the first one that pops to mind. Um, but like I'm not. Maybe this is gonna come off wrong, but I'm not one of those like because I'm Mexican. Like I'm all super Latino out. Like everything I watch has to be Latino flavored. Like nah, like my biggest inspirations in filmmaker are like Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese.
Mm,
You
those
know,
some goats. Yeah.
yeah, those are like, yeah, they're the goats, bro. Like so, like, bro, I watch those things on repeat all the time. But if we're talking about like Latino filmmakers, Robert Rodriguez, I think has been amazing. I think his record is pretty much impeccable, bro. He's made some big films.
Got you. Now, why do you think? Why do you think more Latino or Latina like filmmakers are not prominent like they should be in Hollywood? Because I mean, like you said, like he's Robert Rodriguez been in the game for a minute, but like or what about is it John Amos? Is that his name? The one that made the one that was in the Selena's that played Selena's dad. Isn't he a filmmaker
Oh,
too?
Edward James Olmos.
Yeah, Edward James. There you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
John,
yeah. I mean,
John almost is fucking James Evans from Good
yeah, I was
Times. My
gonna
bad.
say John Amos is a black actor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. uh, Edward James Olmos. I think so. He's done acting, but he also I think he directed American Me.
Yeah,
So he's dabbled in it. He has like he's done his thing. Um, I mean, when it comes to like mainstream, my opinion on things is when it comes to mainstream entertainment in general, whether it be TV, film, or movie, music, uh, people you have to invest money into things that people are going to identify with and enjoy.
got you.
So the the Latino story, as much as it hurts me to say this, isn't like people ain't really checking for it like
I
that.
got you. I got you.
Now as of late and the past maybe like 3 4 years, there's been like a real resurgence or like a real surge and people getting into Latino culture, you know, whether it be through like the reggaeton wave or just like social media. Everybody loves tacos now and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Whatever
Taco
it is,
Tuesday, right?
yeah, whatever it is, I'm digging it. I like it. I like seeing my people represented. I think my culture is beautiful. We got cool music. We fucking have the best food. I don't care what nobody says. All right, we got beautiful women. Um, Damn man, you know that we know how to party. You've been around us long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. I ain't gonna even lie. Now, what would you say the Valley is lacking when it comes to like filmmaking and arts? Like what do you think is lacking? Do you feel like the Valley needs a school, a a school of the arts where kids can go and they can create music, create beats, make films, cartoons, voiceovers? Do you think something like that is needed, desperately needed in the Valley, and would actually work and will benefit the Valley?
I mean, I'd love to see something like that. Um, just because I would, the part of me that says no says, well, no, because this is not an entertainment hub. This is not Los Angeles or even Houston. Like
Mhm. Or
the
Austin? Yeah.
yeah, the valley, yeah, exactly. So the valley is like our exports are like produce, agriculture,
Mhm.
border to border, B2B business, border to border, international business. That's like what the valley does, and besides other stuff.
Yeah.
But um, even though entertainment is not like it's a big thing here, I would love to see that school because I'm real big into exposing young men and women to new things. You don't know if you don't want to do it. If you don't know nothing about it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's
Got
like,
you.
oh, you got a son. So like when he's like, oh, I don't want to eat that. You're like, yo, this is super dope. You don't even know. You haven't tried it,
Hmm. Yeah,
right?
that's
That's how
true.
I feel about the arts too. Like if the kids are never exposed to it, you don't know. And maybe they will make a career out of it, but maybe it's something they can pass on to their kids. Maybe it's something.
Got
I
you.
think maybe sometimes we don't have those opportunities here in the valley too much. You know, I think it would be something that'd be great for the community in general, bro.
Now, have you ever thought about leaving the valley and expanding and like maybe into another state or another city, and you keep going with your filmmaking and creativeness?
I mean, yeah, bro. I'd be lying if I said it's never crossed my mind, but I think in my situation because I got into the game late and I got into the game already like with a family. Uh, it's hard for me to just leave them behind. Even when I go on the road to go shoot, you know what I'm saying? I'm missing my girls, bro. I want to come home. You know what I mean? So if you're young, you're getting into the game and you're young, go take an internship somewhere, man. Go take that shitty job or the low paying job in New York or LA working under somebody that's going to get you somewhere. See, I couldn't do that. I couldn't sacrifice the pay and the time away, so I had to hustle it up myself. But so I stayed home to do that.
Now, what do you say to people that say, "Man, I need this expensive camera. I need to have this program. I need to have all these bells and whistles when it comes to filmmaking." What do you say to those people?
Um,
So they can't afford it. It's like, you know what? I can't afford it. I want to do this, but I can't afford it. What would you say to those people?
I mean, uh, cameras are dope, bro. Obviously, we've come a long way in a short amount of time. I think the first camera that I was shooting with only shot like in 720p. Like that was the highest resolution. And now, excuse me. And now I think Ursa Mini just released like a 12K camera. That's like it's like a pro consumer level. You can go buy that and use it. Sony just dropped, I think, an 8K camera as well as Canon did, and that's great, bro. They're dope, all that stuff. But you don't need to break the bank to create good videos, to create good film.
Mm.
You know, um, I would say find your budget. Okay, let's say you got a budget like you're able to scrounge together like 2 or 3 thousand bucks from wherever, right? You're able to borrow some, save some. You got $2 or 3 thousand you can spend on gear. Cool. Take half of that budget and buy a camera. You probably can't buy a camera like at Best Buy, but go hit up the pawn shops, get yourself a camera.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be the greatest thing. It doesn't have to be the latest thing because you can create a lot more than you think once you know how to really, really use that tool.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So get you a camera with half the budget. The rest of the budget, get you some lights and get you a tripod or a gimbal, some kind of stabilization system, or you can make one. I had a PVC one that I made. I don't even remember that one, bro.
Mhm.
I had a PVC stabilizer. So you don't got to get the latest gadgets and all that stuff. What you got to do is learn how to use the tools at your disposal.
Now,
Learn how to
what's a
really use
good editing project? What's a good editing program that you would recommend for
an editing
beginners?
program. Well, man, I can't say that I'm super well versed in editing programs. I've used one for like 10 years, bro. That's what I was trained on. I was trained on Final Cut Pro. It's a it's an Apple program, like it runs on Macs. But I mean, I it's pretty much dying. Like Apple doesn't even support it anymore. So if I had to recommend to a new incoming filmmaker, I'd say learn how to use Adobe Premiere.
Mhm.
Adobe Premiere is the industry standard, pretty much. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Man, well, you gave us a lot of gems today, man. I really appreciate you taking the time out your busy schedule and and just giving us some gems and some stuff that we could take, and for up and coming filmmakers that listen to this, they can take it and apply it to their grind and to their hustle. Now, I wanted to ask you this because I noticed you're shooting videos with Mylino and then Big Los.
Hmm.
What is that experience like? Because working with like those type of artists, because Malino's been around some heavy hitters. Big Los has a huge name. What is that like with that experience? What gems do they give passed down to you as far as being a filmmaker in this industry?
Well, the first time I worked with Big Lowe's, uh, we were in negotiations and meeting up for his video and stuff. And he's all excited. He's like, "Look, bro, this is gonna be a 1 million view video. You're gonna hit 1 million views with this video." I was like, "Okay, well, like a lot of people say that kind of stuff." And sure enough, it was that Alto Calibre video, and it did. It's still, I think it had like 2 million something right now. So like with him was one of the first times that I saw like, wow, these dudes can like really, really do numbers.
Mhm.
Like that's it's an actual possibility. Like people are touching that level on a regular basis. So like I had said before, like exposing, I feel like when your brain is exposed to something, it opens up that door. you know I think being from the valley and being like such a small area, thinking like 1 million views on a video or getting a YouTube plaque or get any of that, it seems like far-fetched. you know
You have a plaque, right? Don't you have a plaque from
yeah,
YouTube?
I actually do, bro. Yeah, man, I got the little silver one. But I got to shout out Lowe's for like even opening up that possibility in my brain, bro. Like, like I said, being down here, you don't ever think that it's gonna be like that. And thanks to him, I was actually able to see that. And then as far as Lino goes, bro, Lino fucking blew my mind from the first shoot. So I go up there to Houston, and we go over to Wire Road Studios. Now, first of all, that studio is just off the chain, bro. Like that studio is amazing, bro. They had like Beyonce's plaques in there and shit. It was crazy, bro. Like, so we go in there, we shoot a little like in studio stuff, and the next day he's like, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, bro. We gotta go get the cars and shoot the rest of the video. And his boy comes to pick me up, and he's like, come on, we're gonna go get the car. And this dude had like a Bentley. He had like a Bentley and a Lamborghini. And bro, man, I had only seen that stuff on TV, bro. I'm from the Valley, bro. There ain't nobody driving around no Bentleys around here.
Yeah.
So we drive the Bentley from South Houston back up into the city, bro. And we pulled these freaking exotic vehicles into like the most hoodest, messed up ass part of Houston, bro, and shot a little scene right there. It was crazy, bro. And like every time I went out there with Maya, bro, it was just always something different, bro. Bentley truck, I got to drive around Houston in the Bentley truck. It'll be in the Lambo,
It's that motivation.
Yeah, exactly. It's really motivational, bro. And I'm not saying it to be like, I flex. Like, there ain't nothing to flex, bro. It's not like it was my car.
Yeah, it's just motivation. Let you know it's possible.
Exactly. It's just, again, another thing that like opened up my mind to more possibilities, being around that, actually sitting in the car, actually driving the truck. Like, it opens up your mind to other things, bro. And it's good for people, especially from the Valley. It's good for you to get out and see other things. The world's really big. There's a lot of things out there for you. But if you don't know they're there, bro, I mean, how are you even going to chase it?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
what you were once working with that. You was working with a comedian for a while too, wasn't you?
Oh, bro. Hold on. I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. Hold up, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. So, my man Gerber actually really put me on a bunch of stuff too, bro. He's actually the main reason that I got this plaque. He's the main reason I got this plaque, bro. Again, I was on a set of a music video for somebody else for this guy sings banda. You know that genre that's down here, South Texas. So we're on the set of this music video, and Gerber's there, and I don't know who he was. I was just like another fat Mexican, There's no shortage of them here, and he's like, "Hey, I shoot videos too, man, and I need a camera guy, that can shoot and edit because the other guy's taking too long or whatever." And I'm like, yeah, for sure, bro. We exchange numbers, and I'm like, let me know when you're ready. That sounds like something cool, like something fun. He's like, oh yeah, and we're gonna do a lot of views, carnal. And I'm kind of just like, I hate to sound like a dick, bro, but you've been around these rappers, and they all talk the biggest fucking game. Everybody's doing the biggest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of just take it with a grain of salt, and I'm like, okay, bro, well, that's cool. We'll talk. He hits me up a couple of days later. He's like, hey, are you available tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, we got to be in the morning though. He's like, yeah, that's perfect. So we go shoot that. It's that one video where he goes and he lets the girl take the truck for a test drive, and then he smashes her in the back of the Suburban. Mm-hmm. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
So we did that video, and then within like a matter of days, it had hit 1 million views. This is on Facebook, and I think at the time I had like 4,000 followers on my Facebook. And maybe like 1,400 subscribers on my YouTube. Mm-hmm. So this video does 1 million views, and it just keeps growing and growing. We do another one, it does another 1 million or 2 million, and bro, they were just popping off. They're just hitting. We started putting it on my YouTube as well, and I mean, my brand grew crazy because of that, bro. It really was wild.
Now, is there any type of artist out there that you're not just like, you know what, man, I've done that, like with the rap videos, or is that something that you still do, or is it just like certain people, like, because you can't just call up Little X and be like, hey, Little X, I want to shoot a video, can you do it? Like, he's like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you reached that to where you like, you know what, you're more selective about who you do music videos with as compared to if it's like a brand or if it's like a comedian, skits, filmmaking, things like that. Are you more tuned in to that, or?
Well, I don't. Yes and no. I mean, I don't really like mess with everybody as far as music videos go, but it's not really because like, oh well, I'm at this level and y'all can't touch me or like y'all. No, it's not really that, bro. It's just that at this point in my life, bro, I'm 36 years old already, and the truth is that I don't really identify. I can't identify much with a 20-year-old dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That
Got
like
you.
that part of my life is over, bro. Like I ain't out there, partying every day or bullshitting around every day and all this. Like the life they're living is not the life that I'm living.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
sometimes like because I can't vibe with them on that level, the work relationship isn't as good either. You know
Right,
what
because
I'm
you're not gonna be
saying?
able to see their vision. You're not gonna be able to. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I mean, at this point in my career, like my ticket is set at a certain level,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't really like I don't really like give that up. I'm not gonna give you a discount too much. You know what I'm saying? I have to like really know you and fuck with you to like, negotiate that down. So most entry level artists don't have the budget for that, and I understand. It's an investment, and if you're not gonna see a return quick enough, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I am a little bit selective. I do have my guys that I mess with. They can call me up at any time, be like, "Yo," like Los calls right now. It's like, "Yo, I need a video this weekend," or Lino calls, or Curly calls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Gotti Gang boys, like Johnny already knows. He can call me whenever. I'll run up there and shoot a video. It ain't a thing. But those guys are established artists. Um, I feel like I vibe really good with all those dudes,
Mm-hmm.
and the work's always magic when I link up with them, bro.
All right, man. Well, like I said, man. Again, I appreciate you stopping by, man. You know what I'm saying? Being on the
Yeah,
show. Go ahead and give out all your social media contacts. People can follow your grind and be on the lookout for what you got going on.
yeah, man. Y'all follow me on Instagram at Infamous Media Group. Facebook's the same thing, Infamous Media Group. YouTube's the same thing, Infamous Media Group. Y'all follow, subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff, bro. I got some new stuff cooking up, bro. As soon as this whole Rona thing clears up, yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's your boy 45, man. Hit me up. Anything Top Down Magazine, anything Top Down Magazine TV on all platforms. Again, it's all Top Down, anything Top Down Magazine, anything Top Down Magazine TV on all platforms. And it's another edition of the Hot Seat. Yeah.